Do you own the Sony a600 series mirrorless camera? Are you looking for a water housing for your camera? Did you know that Liquid Eye water housing makes two different models for this specific camera? Let's have a look at the differences between these housings, and hopefully I can help you make a decision on which housing is best for you. Let's have a look. At first glance, you can see that there's a considerable size difference. Another big difference is the port size. The smaller Sony 6000 series is an S port, which has a inner diameter of 68 millimeters, which means you can put theoretically you could put a lens that is less than 68 millimeters into this lens port. Whereas the C2060 has a M port series, and the M port series has an inner diameter of 92 millimeters, again, which means you can put a larger diameter lens theoretically up to or under 92 millimeters into this M port. Let's have a look at the back of both of these housings and take a look at the differences. On the C6300, the mode dial and the control dial are positioned on the top of the housing, whereas on the C2060, those dials are on the back plate. Other than that, all the same controls are available on both of the back plates of both housings. The C6000 series water housings come in 4 different models. Each model is specifically designed for the model camera that you have. For example, if you have the Sony a600, you would order the C6300 water housing, and so on. The C6000 series water housings are a compact housing. They use a variety of prime lenses fixed with a fixed focal length. We currently support up around 20 lenses. This housing has a built-in zoom. It's a power zoom system, and it's specifically designed for the Sony NEX 16 to 50 millimeter lens. It has a electronic zoom control on the side of the lens. It's a kit lens. So what are the benefits of this housing? Well, it's a very compact housing. It's lightweight. It's very affordable. It houses several different prime lenses as well as a zoom lens. It's fully loaded housing. Controls, you can change the mode on your camera. For example, you could change if you're set on manual, you can change to shutter priority or aperture priority, or if you start to shoot video while you're in the water, you can change your mode to movie. There's also a movie record button. So it's a fully loaded housing, and for the price, it's unbeatable housing. There is a space on the top if you wish to mount a GoPro, we have a GoPro mount that is optional, and you can turn the power on and off on this model to save battery while you're changing or getting into your wetsuit or whatever you're doing. Okay, now let's have a look at the C2060. The C2060 is also very lightweight. It's probably about just under 1,300 grams compared to this housing, which is probably around 800 grams. So if we look on the inside, you can see that there are positioning chocks. This allows you to upgrade this housing with a conversion kit if you decide that you want to upgrade your camera from the Sony a600 series to maybe a larger full frame camera like a Sony a7 III or something like that. The other main advantage of this housing is that you have the ability to use a larger lens. Like I said earlier, with the 6000 series, the ports are very small, so you wouldn't be able to use any zoom lenses that require a gear sleeve which controls the zoom. For example, if you have even this lens, it's a 28 to 70 lens, and it doesn't fit into this water housing. Not because of the length, but because of the diameter of this. It's greater than this, which is 68 millimeters. The diameter of this exceeds that, so it wouldn't fit into the port. But if you have this housing, it would. And there are probably about over 30 lenses that we currently support with this setup. For example, if you want to shoot with a long lens from the channel or something, like a 70 to 200 millimeter Sony lens, or even the 70 to 300 millimeter lens, this housing supports those lenses. So really depends on what lenses you want to shoot with and how much control you want with zooming. Okay, well, there you have it. There's a good comparison of the two liquid eye water housings that you can choose from depending on what's best for you. Thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, please leave them below, and be happy to answer any questions that I'm sure I didn't cover in this video regarding this camera and these two housings. Again, thanks for watching, and happy shooting.